Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Ritchie Plunkett from the Puppet Geek, and today guys, we're going to be reviewing the Cloud Stinger headphones by HyperX. Now, I know a lot of you guys have been asking when I'm going to review these headphones since last year, in how it compares to the core headphones. Now, that being said, I'm going to actually make this into a two-part video, being that the first part being the initial review and impressions of the actual Stinger headphones, so comparing the build quality, microphone quality, all that, and the second part being a full comparison across the entire line of headphones of HyperX. So that being the Stinger, the Cloud Core, and then the Cloud 2s and 1s and whatnot. They're pretty much the same headphones really. And then the Revolver as well. So that's 5 headphones which we're going to be comparing all together. Initially, the Cloud Core series is pretty much, those 3 headphones are pretty much the same, besides 7.1 surround sound and those features. But we'll get into the details of that. And if you are new to this channel, make sure to subscribe if you want to be notified of that video. And if you are a subscriber coming back, thank you again for tuning in. And I want to know your impressions on what you think about this. Is it a bit too much? It's a bit much, isn't it? It's a lot. Like I don't know what went through my mind. I saw them in the shops, all these letters, they were on sale. I'm like, this will look good. And then I don't know. So leave a comment down below what you think about that. Anyways, let's get into the review. So this is the Stinger right here, and one thing you'll notice when you take this out of the box straight away is the actual ear cups fold, which is really nice and something that none of the other headphones by HyperX offer. So that's really nice when you do want to, take a break or anything. You still keep your headphones on your neck and place them like this, rather than having them, up tight and sort of, constraining your neck. Other than that though, straight away you'll feel that the build quality of these headphones is quite cheap. That being said, the headphones is cheap. It's quite reasonably priced, and you can pick this up quite cheaply, and I'll put a link down below if you want to pick this up on Amazon or eBay. But I think that's what they're trying to go for, is cover this entire range. But my initial impressions when I first heard about the Stinger headphones was, did they really need to actually release a cheaper model of the Cloud Cores? Like, Cloud Cores were amazing, and I think anyone who asked me what headphones to get, I recommend them the Cloud Cores, just because they're great headphones to use on the go as well while gaming. That's what makes it so great, as well that the microphone sounds really good, the build quality is great, and they just work really well. Whereas the Stinger headphones here are completely gaming headphones. I mean, you don't necessarily have to use them for gaming, but if you want to use them for Skype calls and whatnot, still a great pair of headphones for the price. Now, the stuff that you give up is build quality. The microphone isn't detachable, it's fixed, but what you do get is when you do actually rotate the microphone up, it mutes it. So that's also a nice feature that none of the headphones actually have. Also, the cable itself isn't braided. If you did note to any of the other headphones out there by HyperX, all of them are actually braided, whereas this here is nice and thick, so that's something that I do like. So it's not going to get too tangly. It's actually feels like a non-tangle cable, so that's really nice. But it is a solid 3-prong connector, so this will work with your combo jacks for your MacBooks or laptops, or your Xbox Ones, PlayStations, really easy. But they do provide a sort of Y-split connector as well in the box, so that's also something really nice. Now, when actually popping it on your head, because it's cheaply made, and it's sort of, I don't want to say it's like cheaply made, like obviously the materials made are cheaper, so they can actually give a more affordable price to the headphones. I guess that's another way to say it. But they are lightweight because of that, so they feel really great. Definitely lighter than the Clouds, I believe. I've actually got them right here. And yeah, they definitely feel a lot lighter, and I think that's because the Cloud Cores or the Cloud 2s or whatever you have a bit more metal on them, so they do make them slightly a bit more heavier, but it's obviously a different build as well. But we'll be getting more into detail in that in the comparison video coming up. Now, one thing I had the chance to do was to talk to some of the guys at HyperX at PAX, and again, if you watch I will link it down below where I went out and the previous PAX, I actually asked them, are the HyperX Cloud cores exactly the same as the Cloud 2s, and they said it's exactly the same, because a lot of you guys were saying no, they're smaller and all that stuff, but they confirmed it. Now the same thing with the Stingers as well. They're using the same drivers, 50mm drivers, as well as the mic is a noise cancellation mic as well, so you know you're going to get the best sounding mic across the board. Now I would say it's very similar to the Revolver mic as opposed to the actual Cloud Core mics. As you can see, the Cloud Core mics is slightly a bit different. It has a bit more of a flexible boom, I found, but I wasn't too sure if this was actually noise cancellation. I'm not too sure. I believe he did an okay job of it, but the Revolver mic I think was slightly a bit better. So right now you're hearing my voice from the HyperX Stinger microphone. You're able to hear me nice and clearly, which I really love about the microphone, and that goes to show for all the HyperX microphones as well. They perform really well, and I think the HyperX Stinger, for its price, actually perform really well in the microphone department, which is a really big plus when keeping it on a budget. Now, as I mentioned before, the boom mic is flexible, but it's not as flexible as the Cloud 2s, but it's pretty good. Like, it moves quite well like any other flexible boom mic. It's really well designed. It's sort of like a rubber feel to it, so it's not going to snap or break or anything like that. Again, it's not removable, but you can lift it up and you'll hear this click, which actually mutes the actual mic. So that's also really nice because you don't actually have any inline cabling or anything like that. And that brings me to something else that I thought was really neat of them to actually put in as a feature, given how cheap these headphones are, is they actually is you know, a volume rocker on here, which is really cool. And it's actually on the headphones themselves, and that's something none of the headphones actually offer. If you do actually get the Cloud 2's 7.1 surround sound headphone kit, or the Revolver 7.1 surround sound, you would get that feature through the inline cabling via USB. But whereas here, you actually get it, you know, actually on the headphone or ear cups themselves. So that's also really nice. I believe in the initial Core 1s, not the Core 1, sorry, the I'm losing track now how many actually headphones HyperX actually have. What are they? Okay, they got the Stinger, the Cloud Cores, the Clouds, oh my god. The Cloud headphones actually came with, you know, a Y split and inline controls as well on there. So that was also nice that they had that in there, but that's slightly a bit more higher price tag, and that's why the Cores did so well, because they were just the basic bare bones headphones, which you got with those other packages, but without the actual ear cups themselves and the inline cabling. So that's something to remember, and again, a bit more detail into that in the comparison video, which I'll, you know, come out in the next couple of days. So subscribe to that and you'll be notified of that video. The Cloud Stingers is headphones that I thought didn't have its place in its market because of the Cloud Cores. The Cloud Cores was a great headphones at a reasonable price as well, whereas the Cloud Stinger offered slightly a bit more cheaper build material at a cheaper price as well. But you did get and actually gain a lot of functionalities that the Cloud Cores don't actually have. You've got rotatable ear cups, which is really nice. A boom mic that actually mutes when you flip it up, so that's really great if you're using it particularly for a gaming headphones, as well a volume rocker on the ear cups themselves. And this is something that even the higher end Revolver headphones don't actually have. So it's something to consider, especially when you're getting still the same sound quality and microphone quality across the entire range of, you know, Cloud headphones, but at a cheaper price. Now, the one thing that you do lose is the build quality, which sometimes can factor in a lot of decisions when, you know, aesthetically looking at it just pretty much bare bones plastic everyday headphones. But when you do compare it to the more high-end headphones, now I've actually removed the mics on there so you can see them, how they actually look pretty good as everyday headphones as well. I've used the Revolver headphones just for playing back, editing my videos, listening to music, as well as the Cloud Cores, or, you know, Cloud 2s, whatever you want to call it, headphones on the go, on the bus, on the train, because they blend really well in a, you know, just a regular pair of headphones. But then when you want to make it into a gaming headphone, you can just attach the mic and away you go. So overall, if you're on a budget, I highly recommend looking at, you know, either the Stingers or the Cloud Cores. I still think, and I still sway towards the Cloud Cores just because of its aesthetic design, build quality, and versatile use on everyday basis. You know, you can either use it at home, at work, on the go, and it works really well. Whereas the Stingers are just solely a gaming headphone in a sense that, you know, the microphone boom mic is not detachable, so you're really locked into that. But it depends on what your budget is and where you find yourself going to be using it more. If you really like the features of the, you know, the actual rotatable ear cups, the volume rocker, and the mute function on there, I think it's really good value for what you get in terms of price. Whereas the Clouds, you know, don't offer those things, but they do have other pros to the actual headphone line itself. But if you are willing to spend a little bit more money, you know, if you can save a bit more, couple of weeks and hold off, I still highly recommend the Cloud 2s are one of my all-time favorite headphones just because of what you get in it. You know, you get the actual initial headphones themselves, you get extra foam padding, you get the 7.1 surround sound, and you get everything all in there at a great price as well. And I know a couple of people have been commenting as well saying that the price has dropped, so it's always good to keep out an eye on, you know, certain, you know, shopping centers or Amazon or anything like wish lists and stuff, because then that way you'll be notified when the actual price drops and then you can pick them up as well. Anyway guys, thanks again for watching. I really appreciate it. If you did like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. It really helps the channel a lot. And if you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe as well to be notified of the second part of this video series that I'm doing, where we compare all the HyperX headphones together and find out which headphone is best for you. If you have any comments regarding the HyperX headphones line or anything like that, leave a comment down below and I'll do my best to answer them. Anyway guys, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.